All right, guys. So welcome to another session, with AMZ One Step VIP. So we have a special guest today, Marcel. He's from Romania. He's been helping out really big sellers, like sellers doing seven figures, eight figures on Amazon. He's been helping them launch and rank their products on Amazon. So most of you who are launching your first product on Amazon, obviously your first goal, is to get those keyword rankings. Also, we talked about in our previous call, like there's big fours. You need to get your reviews, you need to make sure your PPC is dialed in, you need to make sure your listing is optimized. But most importantly, which is going to get you the most ROI, is making sure you are ranked on the right keywords at the right spot. So that is what we're going to talk about with Marcel. So, Marky, so welcome to AMZ One Step VIP. So we have special sellers, who are our clients. So we treat them like very specially. We give them like, amazing guests just like you, who can watch and learn from some of the top sellers just like yourself. So welcome to this call, and if you don't mind giving an intro yourself, to our community members, that would be awesome.
All right, Kamal, thank you. Thank you for the warm introduction. I'm happy to be here. And hello, everyone. So my name is Marcel Morculescu. I am the CEO and co-founder of IntelliRank. We're an agency servicing Amazon sellers for more than 5 years already. We have thousands of products launched and ranked successfully on the Amazon marketplace, and recently Walmart as well. We're expanding into that one. Yeah, why not Etsy and other marketplaces, Target as well. So either marketplace for us works because we have the tools, we have the knowledge and the processes. Now, a little bit about myself. I've been in the industry since 2016, end of 2016, beginning of 2017. Started with a bad product, failed, lost a lot of money, got myself up, kept going, and here I am today. I would like to say that the most beneficial and the most, let's say, good opportunity, the best opportunity you can look at this moment is Amazon, and definitely the best one for me, because of the flexibility, it doesn't tie you up to a cubicle. I used to work that's a different story. I don't want to get into details. Work in a cubicle in a corporation. So yeah, now I'm working from the beach and from Vegas and yeah, traveling the world. So it's a different story. Yeah. But yeah, we'll get into the technicalities about the launching and ranking. That's why I'm here right now. Yeah.
Exactly. So that is the goal, to travel the world. I know he was in Vegas last month. He met my team. I couldn't make it, but I know that he's always been traveling. He was at recently in Prague, speaking at a European Seller Conference, and he again will be speaking at Amazing Days happening in Bulgaria. So such a knowledgeable guy. So before we jump into the presentation, Marcus, so tell me a little bit about like what has changed recently in the Amazon ranking game. Is it like still easy, or like, I know back in the days, you do some giveaways and you would rank on top of these search results. How is the Amazon ranking right now? How does that work?
So yeah, you've been in the industry, Kamal, for a long time. Usually in the old days, you could have ranked with wish list, add to wish list, then add to carts. There were some tricks there that you can rank from. Then we went into 99% discount coupons that could boost your ranking very nicely. But nowadays, things are getting more interesting, and hence our strategy has improved in the process. Amazon is looking at the actual sales. So at the end of the day, the sales are the most important part. But that is not all, because Amazon is looking at a lot of factors. And I want to outline one most important one is about your ability to actually sell and keep your customers happy. So always look into the customers. A bad review can affect your rank very bad. So try to keep those bad reviews away from the listing. That's the best advice I can give. From the actual ranking perspective, it's a done deal. We can get anyone on the top of the search results. We've done it thousands of times, and we'll do it again. That's for sure. The next big thing about it is for you to stay there. And this is what some people are, complaining about. They think that it's a one-time effort. You're there and it's done. It's not like that. So you have to work your way up. We can help you get up. We can help you stay there with the maintenance campaign. I'll explain it later what that is. And what you have to do as an entrepreneur is test, test, test. Test, look at your competitors, test your main image. That's the hook. That's the best thing that will get people to click on your listing. Then you have to convert them into sales. These are signals that Amazon is recording apart from everything else, like even add to carts have a certain say in the story, and add to wish list, people sharing your product. It's a small percentage of small signals, but all of them together build up a good listing and will keep your product on the top. So yeah, but pretty much that's the big picture.
I love that. I love that. And this is so true, guys. The goal is not to get ranked on, first position of the keyword. Goal is to stay number one on that rank. Goal is not to, make your PPC profitable. Goal is to keep your PPC profitable forever. The goal is not to get initial reviews. The goal is to keep getting those 5-star reviews. So the goal of the entire business is to stay in the business and make sure your business is running smoothly. So it's not just a one-time thing. Totally agree. I love that. Marky. So yeah, so we're ready for your presentation. Whenever you are ready, let's dive into it.
All right, I will be sharing my screen momentarily, and yeah, let me know when it's visible.
Yeah, we can see that.
So, all right. Today, yeah, I'm going to dive into a little bit about Amazon and ranking. I'll get a bit technical if at a certain point you want to stop me and ask me something, Kamal, feel free. I'll try to keep this brief. So first of all, a little bit about IntelliRank. We're a company that's originally from Romania, myself and my business partner, Larissa, the beautiful lady in the picture there. We founded IntelliRank, and yeah, we got things rolling, started from Amazon sellers ourselves, and then developed into servicing our friends and people in Romania, helping them out, which turned into an agency later on. But we've helped, like I said, thousands of brands gain visibility, boost sales, and increase their ranking on the Amazon and Walmart marketplaces. Now, I want to start from a little bit of the basics. I know that maybe some people are very evolved into this, but I just want to mention this. I start from the idea that everything that happens, on the Amazon platform is about keywords. Whenever a customer lands on the platform, they will type in a keyword there, and based on that keyword, they will find the product, your product. The goal here is for you to be visible on those keywords. There are two factors here. One, being indexed, and the second one, being ranked. Being indexed will display you on that keyword. You'll get visibility somewhere on page 300. Only 7 pages are available, but you'll be somewhere in the backlog. The whole point of being, on that keyword is to get ranked and be on the top of the page. This is what we're always targeting, because that's where the sales happen. Now, probably know about search results. I don't want to get you bored with all the technicalities. Always look into the keywords, look into the, help you get to find long tail keywords and try to make lists. I work very well with lists of keywords, the most relevant ones, somehow relevant, other keywords special for special occasions, and also be very aware of the negative keywords, especially for all niches. There are keywords you should always exclude from your campaigns and make sure they're not anywhere in your listing, because that might change your page, your listing's relevancy. So this is the technical part, so to speak. Now, the big difference on the Amazon platform, whenever you're landing and searching for a keyword, you'll find two type of results. For the shallow eye, for people that are just purchasing from Amazon, it's very straightforward. But us as entrepreneurs, we tend to look deep into the details. Everything that's sponsored, that's through PPC. What that means is that for every click, you'll be paying. The seller actually will be paying. So you can display your product there through PPC on the sponsored spots, and you'll get visibility. And for every click, like I said, you'll be paying. It doesn't have to be a sale, but still a click will get you get a customer on your listing. And from there on, it's the listing's purpose to convert the client into a sale. Now, what we'll be talking about today is the actual organic rank. So everything that doesn't have that sponsored part mentioned in the small, let's say, area there, that's the organic results. Now, you can influence, let's say, the sponsored part through PPC by increasing the bid, and that will give you more, push you to the top of the search results. But how do you influence the actual organic display, which is the most powerful part, if you ask me, because one, you're not paying for every click you get on that search result, right? So you get there organically. Every click that you get will be a free click for you. If it turns into a sale, that's another story, but you're not paying for them. It's easy to be there. And the most important metric, and I want to explain to everyone because this is very simple. Amazon is in the game for the money. So the more you sell, the more, customers have to be, happy. The more money Amazon makes, the more visibility you gain in the process. Organically, just to have this like a common rule, get as many sales as you can on one specific keyword to get organically on the top. Is like that. Is as simple as that. What we're doing in the agency, we're helping you get sales on specific keywords, therefore boosting your presence and your visibility on that keyword. It's a strategy we have been using for a long time, and it's very effective, but we're doing it in a smart way. We're conducting market research on your behalf. I will be explaining exactly what we're doing, but first let's go through a little more information. Now, in regards to paid ranking, it's straightforward. You get immediate visibility, it's targeted traffic, you pay for every click, and yeah, it can be very expensive, especially in certain niches. I do not say not to exclude this from your marketing strategy. This is a very good must-have for everyone, because why? Going back to this image, you want to get as much real estate as possible. So first of all, it will be the PPC part. It will display your product. And then if you can get it organically to the top as well, guess what? You'll get 2 spots. Your product will be displayed twice. So there's more real estate and more chances of your potential customer to click on your product, either paid or organic, and transform into a sale. At the end of the day, you want the sales, that's for sure. Now, this is the paid ranking. And then when it comes to the actual organic ranking, there are different factors that are influencing that, like I very well explained earlier, but the most important one is the actual sale. Within our agency, we're working towards sales. So we're bringing in sales, and that's a process that will get your product ranked organically. Good. Now, in order to improve the organic ranking, and this is very important for everyone to understand, you start from the product listing, and we always, start from your niche. So your niche, your overall category and niche, is all about your product, and you want to get into the keywords that are relevant for that niche. Like I said earlier, always make lists of keywords and make sure you understand your niche and the keywords. Make lists of all the keywords that are very good for both for PPC and for organic ranking. Now, the whole idea to have these keywords is because, like I said, you will be targeting them through PPC. And then again, we can also have a product testing campaign that will boost you organically to the top. And one thing we always encourage our clients to do is to check the PPC results. And based on the PPC results, so if you got sales on a keyword like through PPC, and that keyword is very relevant for your product, why not get that keyword, get ranked organically on that keyword as well, to have both spots available at the top. So once you get sales on keyword, you can match it with organic ranking, and you'll get more visibility and more real estate for that specific keyword. Now, when it comes to getting relevant keywords, we are using Helium 10. That's one of the tools we prefer. You have to look into the market and choose whatever tool suits you. We are looking actually into the CPR of Helium 10, which is a very good indicator of the actual number of keywords, the actual number of sales, and the actual number of orders that we have to place on that specific keyword to get to the top. So this is always on our side. Based on the actual keywords, we're looking deeper into the search volume. Based on the search volume, is always very important to check like throughout the year, if it's a seasonal product, or if you'll have throughout the year, you'll have like Black Friday, you'll have Cyber Monday, you also have Prime Day twice per year. You have the Q4, the December sales. You can see through the search volume, and by checking each keyword, when is a good time to push that keyword. We have a lot of clients before Black Friday. It's really crazy because everyone wants to get prepared for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then December sales. So that's when the time when everyone is pushing very, very hard into getting organically ranked. This is where you see exactly what to do and when to do it. Next, again, we are trying to look into the, like very well said earlier, the Prime Day and the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Q4. Based on that, it's always important to make a good strategy. Next, we are cross-checking all the keywords and looking into all types of information, like the variations part. We love variations, and for everyone that's selling on Amazon, variations is a good way to, avoid getting out of stock, because you can get out of stock on one variation, but when that happens, another variation will kick in, another child will kick in, and you can get you can keep the ranking position. This is a very easy hack if you want to make sure that you keep your organic ranking. Now, again, prices per variation, profits, always look into the keywords on which, you can rank organically and keep them to the top. Cerebro, in our case, from Helium 10, is a very good tool to get everything prepared and in place, and you get the best information out of it. Now, I see the team has covered all the information here. We don't want to disclose anything from whatever we're handling with. We also analyze the top performer keywords per competitor's async. So we're not only looking into our plate, we're also checking the competitors. Get 2-3 competitors and look into their stats, look into their positions, look into their PPC positioning, sponsored and organic again. And based on that, you can make assumptions on which keywords might be a good idea to also target and include in your strategy. We repeat the process, like I said, on 2-3 competitors, depends on the niche. I encourage you to deep dive into each of the competitors and see what they're doing different. Why are they having maybe a different price point? How are they generating and how many reviews are they getting, like in average? And last but not least, keep an eye on what they're doing. Try to, get some good information and implement it on your side as well. Why not? All right, and this is a very good example and a simple way of putting all together in a strategy. Now, this is an Excel that we're using in the agency to plan a campaign. What this means on the part that's being blurred out there is the actual keyword list. And each keyword, we're looking to get their search volume and their CPR. The index and not index part, that's something that gets populated with the actual ranking position when necessary. But what we're trying to achieve here is to create a strategy, in a visual way, and know in which days what keyword to target and how many sales to bring in so that you get sales. Now, I want to stop for a moment and talk about the honeymoon period. Like, this is something that everyone's talking on the Amazon marketplace, and I want to turn it into something technical. Now, honeymoon is a nice term and it implies that you have no history, right? So whenever you're launching a product, you're getting into zero history. Your product at day 0 will have no back history, so Amazon will give you more chances and more visibility. One thing I always say is no days without sales. So whenever you're planning to start your product, try to get sales each and every day. 1-2 sales doesn't matter. Send Amazon the right signals that your product is selling. This is within the first part of the launching strategy that personally I resonate with. So within the, let's say, first 30 days, feed Amazon with sales. In parallel, you work on your listing, you work on your reviews, maybe enroll into Vine. If you have variations, try to work on that one, and you do not combine them under the same parent from day one. Come on, stop me if I'm getting too technical. I don't want to
No, I think you're doing pretty good. So yeah, so this totally makes sense. Yeah, keep going. I'll stop
right.
questions, and I'm saving the questions for the very last as well.
Okay, thank you. So if you can leverage variations, a good way to leverage variations is not to combine them from day one. If you launch as separate ASINs, you can enroll each of them into Vine. On each of them, you can get up to 30 reviews. That's a good strategy to start, with, let's say, 4 variations times maybe not 30 reviews, 20 reviews each. That's a good starting point of 80 reviews when you combine them under the same parent. Now, this is a very good strategy to get the reviews part. Again, experiments. Main image experiments. Kamal here can definitely do a great job on that one and help you with that. That's a must because you never know what converts. You have to test, we always get attached to the images and see, oh, this is the best image. Okay, but maybe your end customer doesn't think the same way. So try to test. Look at the metrics, look into the unit session percentage. That's very powerful and very important in the business reports. I'm always into that. Minimum of 10% on a unit session percentage just to be on the safe side. If it's below that, you have to work on something. If it's 30, 40%, perfect. That's saying a lot about your listing and your traffic quality. Good. Coming back to the strategy. We are putting everything in an Excel, so it's straightforward and visible, starting from day 1 to day 30. We have customers ongoing, and based on the strategy, we can definitely, this is a joint effort. So we're proposing the strategy, we're working together with our clients, and at the end of the day, before starting the campaign, we know exactly when to start, which keywords to target, how many per day, how many in each day, and that's when everything comes into play, and we keep rolling the ball. Now, as a short recap on the launching strategy, always choose the relevant keywords for the campaign, get the monthly searches and the CPR for each of them, and plan and structure the actual orders per day, like I explained earlier, in Excel for that campaign, and use a tracker to monitor the progress. Always track your ranking positions and track your progress within the launching, and always, actually, if you ask me. Now, getting into these keywords now, you can accomplish and get sales velocity and get your product on top through many ways. You can go through with PPC. That's one way that you can definitely get into. You can get maybe some external traffic strategies to help you with that. We have the product testing campaigns. This is what I was talking about until now, and this is what I'm talking about, and other marketing campaigns that you can conduct in order to boost your product to the top. We will be focusing on the product testing campaigns. This is what we're doing and have been doing for a long time. So the big question for everyone, what is actually the product testing campaign, the product testing program that we're doing? And imagine, it's pretty much like the mystery shopper program. In US, this is very popular. Mystery shopper program consists in finding people out there. For example, Starbucks is doing this. They're giving them a voucher for $20 or something, and they're inviting them into one of their Starbucks cafes to, get an experience, get a product, get a coffee, get something out of that, and then fill out a survey. Now, the purpose here is to improve, and Starbucks very, very well knows this, and all the big brands do this, Coca-Cola as well. They want the opinion of the people out there. So this is the exact strategy we're applying on the Amazon Marketplace. We're getting people that are interested in your product. We're instructing them on how to get to Amazon and get your product. Of course, they will get their money back through us, but we will not be paying them we're not getting them a rebate. We'll be paying them for their time invested into completing the survey and testing your product. So this is a very powerful marketing strategy, and it's doing wonders for everyone on the Amazon Marketplace and Walmart as well. Because at the end of the day, you get a report. So I just want to clarify something. This has nothing to do with reviews. We are not associated with reviews in any way. That's a no-no. We don't touch that. We don't incentivize people for reviews. What you'll receive as a seller, you will receive a response to let's say in a report format, in a PDF format, to a set of questions, and based on the customer feedback, how they felt about the product. This is also very powerful. We had some, let's say, a few customers in the past that had some products with defects. For example, one customer I remember had a little something plastic in his product that would break easily. And when we started the campaign and working, luckily he came to us first from day one. We started, we're an agency. We're talking person to person. My team is handling this personally, and for each product we're giving away for testing, there's a communication in place, and people are communicating with the product testers. So we got feedback. Hey, this product broke easily. At first, we said, okay, no problem. We'll talk to the seller. We'll replace the item. And yeah, the product tester got a new item. But then we get 2, 3, 5, 10. We got everyone complaining that the product was, not a good product. And this was very powerful for the client. Why? Because if the client would have went to market with a bad product, the customers from Amazon would have purchased it and then returned it. A lot of returns in a small amount of time would close his account because Amazon will sense there's something wrong with that. Not the ASIN, not the product. The entire account will get closed because of a bad product and a lot of returns. So this basically saved the account of the client, and more than that, yeah, we're still in collaboration, and he's launching actually more products with us because he's happy and he's always testing before going to the big marketplace and trying to. We have a good strategy in place and trying to get more visibility on the market. So why run a product testing campaign? I just gave you one good reason, just to be on the safe side. Also, we want to reach out people that will actually use your product and give you honest feedback in regards to how the product is behaving. The tester will most likely, complete the survey and give you valuable information. But what's important for you is what's happening in the back of the room, so to speak. You'll get sales velocity, momentum, and you'll build up organic ranking because we are giving this away in a structured and very, let's say, well-considered way. That's the whole idea. At the end of the day, you'll get more exposure, more visibility, and more a good ranking position. Now, this is a type of result that you can get, and a simple question that, it's actually related to the overall product listing. What do they think about the text? We have a set of standard questions that we're addressing to each product tester, or we can, get from the seller usually a set of questions. Depends. So yeah, we can definitely customize the entire process. Now, in terms of results, this is one of the campaigns for one of our clients. Yeah, we started on a keyword that has 27,000 monthly searches, and we've pushed the product from, we started from position, was it 100 something, yeah, around that where. And yeah, in 10 days, we got the product on the top of the search results. So it's very straightforward, it's working. Here's another example. We started for this client, like, from 35,000 monthly searches. So this is, let's say, quite a powerful keyword to target. 25,000 monthly searches is a quite powerful keyword, and getting to the top is not exactly, let's say, easy, but it's not impossible. So it's a matter of consistency and having a good plan in place. So everything is important, and this is just one keyword I want to specify. The whole idea is not to target just one keyword, but maybe think of more keywords to get to the top on the same pace. Good. And in terms of the pricing, this is our pricing structure. So we are charging our clients for each product we're giving away on their behalf. So if you have, let's say, if you have a strategy for 100 products, we will be charging you because, of course, for our friends here and for the community of EMZ One Step, we have a special coupon for 10% discount. So make sure if you are, and when you are messaging the team, to mention this to get the let's say the best pricing you can get, on this one. And we can get for 100 units, normal regular product, we're charging $900, and the product price will be separately. But at the end of the day, from the product price, you get like 70% discount back. No, 70% will go back to your Amazon seller account, and Amazon will take like 30% fees. That's what usually happens. And the product will go to the product tester and will remain with the product testers. But yeah, we have special prices for books, ebooks, and supplements. That's a hard one to give away. All right, this is pretty much it from my side. I encourage you to get at least a free product testing campaign strategy. Reach out to my team, and we can take it from there. We can also schedule a call, and at the end of the day, discuss it a little. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Perfect, Marky. This was amazing. Just such a good insight. I was taking notes on the side. guys, if you, want, Marcus team to give you a free strategy, go to intellirank.info. Such a team of experienced guys, highly recommend that. Couple of questions, Marky. I
Yeah,
think that hack that you told us, yeah, if you have variations, right, and then you can enroll individual variations into the vine, and that will get you like additional reviews and will also keep, your sales velocity going. Is that true?
exactly. What's the problem when everyone is starting a new product? I mean, when you have a new product, my problem, the first one is the actual reviews count. So if you're starting on a niche and you have competitors, they probably have hopefully not more than 500 reviews, but still you're competing, let's say around, if you're doing a good product research. You want to get a head start for two reasons. One, to be, somewhere around your competitors, and two, in order to be able to start PPC, I don't recommend you to start PPC if you have zero reviews. You can get displayed there, but chances of selling, and this is my personal opinion, chances of selling are smaller. While when you're starting with 30 reviews and you get listed with PPC, that's a different story because your product is vetted by some people, and that's very important. So the power of this is to resolve this problem in terms of reviews. So you get reviews, then you're working on, and in parallel, you're working in sales velocity and ranking. Because even with us, we do not recommend, people to push hard at the beginning if they have zero reviews. There's no point in your product being displayed at the top of the search results of your best search result, because you'll end up with little to no sales. That's a problem. So a good technique like this can get you boosted faster and better with more reviews and more visibility.
And when is the right time to start, the ranking campaign? Is it like right at the launch, or should they wait for like some reviews uh, before they start the campaign? What would
That's
you?
a great question, actually. So for me, there are two separate lanes. I would work on both of them at the same time. Why? Because the reviews part will go through Vine. You don't have to do anything about that. But what's happening here, Vine is not considered as a sale because it will be zero cost. So it's not exactly helping you rank in any way, and not helping you except for reviews. The only purpose of Vine is the actual review count. In parallel, from day zero, from day one, actually, I encourage you to start and get in sales. If you have friends and family, that's one way of doing it. If you have your own techniques, that's one way of doing it. Our program is here to do exactly that for you, because from the start, we can start with 1-2 sales every day. And this can come in very handy on the long run, because again, we're looking at how the Amazon is structuring and learning about things about your product. Getting sales is how Amazon sees that your product is desired and it's a good product out there. That's the most powerful signal you can send to Amazon. So at the beginning, from day zero, honeymoon starts, get sales, 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 sales. This is my advice. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely, yeah, because you don't want to lose, you don't want to lose access to the honeymoon period just because you don't have the reviews. So totally, that makes sense. And how
yeah,
many
yeah.
how many units a seller should keep aside, just for the ranking purpose? For sellers in our community, they might not have known that there's such campaign exists. They might only have ordered like 500 units, or maybe 1,000 units. Like, what is the right amount of units which is required, and the lead time to fulfill the next order so that they don't go out of stock? I think that might be a common problem that you see with the ranking campaigns.
Yeah, that's a great question again, Kamal. Thank you for that. So we always look into the inventory of our clients and do not run a ranking campaign unless they actually have inventory. There's no point on getting you ranked at the top and then running out of inventory, because yeah, that's not the purpose. So 500 units is the minimum that you should have. Having that in mind, I would suggest like a maximum 20% you can use with the ranking campaign. But it's also important. There are two scenarios here. The scenario when you're just launching a product and you know nothing about it, or the scenario that you want to improve your product whenever you get sales, but you want to get even more sales. So if you're just starting up, 500 units is the minimum, and based on that, we can create a campaign. During the first 30 days, I'm looking at maybe 60 units maximum that you should be giving away, just to keep the sales every day and get also ranked, but on long tail keywords. We will be focusing on those at the beginning. Then for the next, let's say 10 days, we can target more aggressively other keywords. Depends on the niche, depends on the keyword. The strategies are also built up together with our clients. And at the end of the day, we want, of course, for the clients to be successful and also comfortable with the strategy. You are on mute.
Yeah. So one of my other key takeaways from your presentation was, testing the product, before it goes to the mass audience. Just like one of your clients, found out that the plastic is broken in most of their product units, even though sellers do get the inspection done. But I think it's a great way to test out, to get the consumer feedback before you start getting like negative reviews, and your listing would, once you get like bunch of negative reviews, it's technically it's impossible to revive that listing because no matter what you do, like it's not gonna.
Depends how many and how bad they are, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if product is pretty bad and you're spending money, it's gonna build up pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was referring to the fact that sometimes, the product might be the best one out there, the best one in the industry, but sometimes you just run into bad people and they will leave a bad review. Don't focus on that bad review. Just move over and, ignore it. Don't even try to influence it in any way. But it's important to have a good product. That's the baseline. Without a good product,
Yeah.
there's not much you can do on the marketplace. Yeah.
So I have two more questions, and guys, I know that you may have a lot more questions. So feel free to reach out to intellirank.info for any questions that you guys may have, or book a call with them. One question from my side: what is the timeline for this campaign, if they work with you?
It depends. Like I said, if we're launching, I suggest like 30 days to be, preparing, because during this time you are preparing your product for the boost. So during this time, mostly you are working on your reviews and you're building up also a history of sales. During this time, you want to focus to show Amazon that you have a good product and actually to discover how the market is reacting to it. The Vine reviews will tell you a lot. Don't get, let's say, a bad idea if you get some 4-star or 3-star reviews. The Vine reviewers will also give you bad reviews because they are not allowed to only provide 5-star reviews. So sometimes they have to also give bad reviews, even if it's, some bad thing they're saying there that's nothing relevant to your product. And we've seen a lot of them. Anyway, that depends on the person that's putting out the review out there. So yeah, this review bit is very important, and it has to be a good, overall star rating for your product to shine out there. And yeah, the campaign length usually it's 30 days, 50 days. We have also in the supplements area, we have people that are running very aggressively, and that's a different type of approach. I'd say it depends on the actual product that you're selling, on how serious you are about your product, and if it's one product, if it's many products. Depends what you're trying to do. We've seen a lot of strategies out there, and I'd say that one doesn't relate to the other. So yeah, it's actually always custom, tailor-made actually for each product. But yeah.
Makes sense. And do you work with like sellers who have lost ranking? Maybe they were number one like 6 months ago, and competition came, they did not take any action, and now they're like bottom of page 2, and they're really
Yeah.
struggling to get back up. Like, do you work with those kind of campaigns?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that's also one of our client avatar, because ranking is not there forever. As long as you're selling, even with us, if we're getting you to the top, if your product doesn't sell, then you'll lose rank, because other competitors might be selling on or might be running some other campaigns like this one that I'm talking about for their products, and overcome your ranking. So it's a matter of actual sales. But most importantly, what we've seen around, like I said, around this peak seasons like Prime Day that's coming up, also then the October Prime Day, the fall Prime Day, then Black Friday, Cyber Monday in December. Prior to that, like 1 month ahead, people are starting to invest into their ranking position. Why? Because when the event comes, you want to be on the top organically. Of course, PPC will be there as well to support you, but you have to be on the top. So you get organic clicks, organic sales easily. when everyone else is actually doing it, because during that season, that's when people are making a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one, so, I keep coming up with it's such a good presentation, and I keep coming
Thank
up
you,
with
Kamal.
more and more questions. Uh, one last thing, what's Amazon's take on, like, is it fully compliant or like within the gray area? Like, what do Amazon itself think of? I know that we're actually testing the product and it's a product testing campaign, but have you got any feedback from, sellers? Like, what does Amazon think of? Any risks associated that sellers should be aware of?
Our strategy is, let's say, within the TOS area. So what we're doing is TOS compliant. That's the straightforward answer. Now, in terms of what we are doing, yes, there might be some things you can consider by looking at our strategy to be a little bit shady. But at the end of the day, what we're doing behind the hood, we're sending signals, social signals to Amazon for your product. So every product tester will be coming from social media, from YouTube, from Pinterest, from Google, from emails, and they will be landing and purchasing your product because we have to get them on your listing somehow. So we are using and putting in place a lot of strategies to get people to your product. This is very smart from my perspective because we are sending a lot of traffic from different sources, which says to Amazon that, hey, this guy has a very good network and outside traffic that's sending to Amazon. And guess what? Amazon loves external traffic. So from our perspective, we're doing Amazon a favor, first of all. Second of all, we made sure that we're within TOS because we want to be here for the next 100 years if possible, and we don't want to just hit and run. So our purpose as an agency is to play by the rules, play by the book, and also support the people in the process. And we've had no problems from this area, but it's truly a very important topic. And thank you for bringing this up, Kamal. Yeah, you are on mute.
Yeah, I always do that. So
No problem.
yes, so that's why we don't do like podcast and everything. That's why I keep this like a very raw, natural community call. So any hiccups or anything
Yeah.
that are
Uh,
acceptable. So thank you so much, Marky. I think this was really, really good. Our community is definitely going to love that. Any, you know, anything that you want to say before we end this call to our audience?
I just want to encourage everyone to keep at it. If always learn when to cut the loss. If it's a bad product, just cut the loss and move to the next one. That's a very important thing. And invest in yourself. Invest in yourself because the future of your product and the future of your business is based on your own mindset. If your mindset is around $10,000, your product will be around that amount. If you grow your mindset and you end up with a higher, let's say, mindset of $100,000, you'll see your product shine as well in your products, your business actually. So this is the best advice I can give to everyone. At the end of the day, this is what is keeping us move forward, our mindset and our education, what we invest in ourselves. So thank you, everyone. And if there are any questions, I'm available to Kamal on our website, on our LinkedIn profile, anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.